Okay. Let's see here. Let me try this. Okay, there's a bit of a delay with this. Can you hear me? Okay, there's a bit of a delay with this. Can you hear me? Okay, there's a bit of a delay with this. Can you hear me? Okay, there's a bit of a delay with this. Problem I have is it's echoing. I'm trying to stop that. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I just muted my computer to stop that from happening. So this might be the way to make this work. The delay is actually going to kill me. Let me see if I can count the delay. I got to stop everything for a second. 1, 2, 3. So it's about a 3-second delay. Let me see if I can get a better camera. This is YouTube Live. This is the way I'm going to see if I can make it work. Now, with this, can we see the board? If I was this close, yeah, it's doable. It's not great. I wonder if I can change cameras, though. I don't know if I can. I'm going to thump my microphone, and you tell me if it's, so I can see if it's this microphone or the one on the computer. Okay. Well, that's interesting that I can make this work. The other option I have is we could just go directly to YouTube Live. And are you guys able to access YouTube Live? I mean, I could put the link in here. That way there'd be less of a delay, I think. Well, it's a delay for me. So it's funny to see myself responding so many seconds later. It's not a big deal. I don't need to see myself. I would like to change cameras, though, and see if that works better. Anyway, do you have, I know it's already 1:42. I've been trying to do this for half an hour. So we can just go forward with the questions you have, or we can change cameras. How many questions do you have today? Okay, so 2 questions. Darn it, I forgot my textbook. I'll pull one up online on my other computer. So question 2 on quiz 9, and which one from the book? And what was that website you guys talked about that you can get? Do you have all the people have their answers there? Slater. Okay. So is it chapter 9, 9.10, number 47? Okay. So it says, find the first 4 non-zero terms of the Maclaurin series for the function by multiplying or dividing by the appropriate power series. Use a table of power series for elementary functions. Use a graphing utility to graph the function and its corresponding. I'm not sure how to graph the. Okay, I can graph that and then graph the. Okay, I can do that. I don't know if it's going to ask me to put in the series. Okay, let me get this set up. Okay. Okay, we're doing some problems here. We have 9.10, number 47. And they want us to find the first 4 terms of the Maclaurin series for the function by multiplying or dividing the appropriate power series. And so we have f of x equals e to the x sine of x. And the formulas we're going to use for the Maclaurin are going to be e to the x equals 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus is x cubed over 3 factorial plus dot dot dot. And for sine of x, it's going to be x minus, is it x squared over 2 factorial? Yeah. X cubed over 3 factorial. Plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial minus x to the 7th over 7 factorial, and so on. Now, we could list these out forever, but we don't have forever, first of all, and we're going to be multiplying them together. And so we probably don't even need this much. I could probably stop after 3 terms. Because if I were to multiply these together, e to the x times sine of x, that's like saying 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x cubed over 3 factorial plus times x minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial minus x to the 7th over 7 factorial plus I did go a little bit further than I think I need to go just to make sure I'm not going to miss some terms. So let's just start multiplying, and what we want is the first 4 terms. And so we're going to want from lowest degree to highest degree, so to speak, like 1 times x is x. 1 times minus x cubed over 3 factorial, so it's minus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial minus x to the 7 over 7 factorial plus Well, I'm gonna leave that there, knowing we could add if we needed to, but we're not going to need to. Then I'll do x times each of these terms. So x times x is x squared. X times, this is minus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. And then plus x to the 6th over, sorry, that's over 2 factorial still. 6 over 5 factorial. And that was actually 3 factorial. Minus x to the 8th over 7 factorial. Okay, that's we multiplied this by each of those, this by each of those. Now we'll go x squared times each of those. So plus x cubed over 2 factorial. Multiply this term times that term. So the multiplying part is you have this defined and this defined. And we're multiplying these together. Now, these are infinite. These go on forever, and we can't multiply things forever. That's why they want the first 4 terms. And so we're able to say, okay, multiply several of the terms here by several of the terms there. We'll take the top for the first 4 powers. So I'm seeing an x, I'm seeing an x squared, I'm seeing an x cubed, I'm going to see an x to the 4th. So I'm not going to need to list anything with x to the 5th or bigger like that. Actually, I'm looking at the notes. Something might cancel out. So we are going to go a little, I have on here the 7th or the 6th and the 8th. So I have those listed. We'll see what happens. We want the top 4 terms, right? The first 4 terms. So we're not going to worry about x to the 100 and how that affects it. Okay, and I see I'm running out of space there as far as the board goes. Where was I? I did this times, I'm looking at here to there, this to this one. So this is x squared times x cubed. So it's a minus x to the 5th over 2 factorial times 3 factorial. Okay. I'm out of space there. So I'll continue it down here. Minus x squared over 2 factorial times x to the 5th over 5 factorial. So that's actually a plus now. That's x to the 7th over 2 times factorial times 5 factorial. Then we have minus x to the 9th over 2 factorial times 7 factorial. Now we're going to multiply this times each of those 4 terms. So plus x to the 4th over 3 factorial. minus x to the 6th over 3 factorial times 3 factorial. And then we have plus x to the 8th over 3 factorial times 5 factorial. Then we have minus x to the 10 over 3 factorial times 7 factorial. So let's see where this is taking us. What I'm not seeing in the answer they give us is a 4 factorial. I see a 4 factorial or a 4 power here. So here, that's all those. This is x times that. I missed one, didn't I? Oh, here it is. Oh, there it is. That's why. Because I have a minus x to the 4th over 3 factorial and a plus x to the 4th over 3 factorial. So those go away. So my first degree is there. Then I have an x squared and no other x squareds. I'm going to put a check mark after I've captured that one. And then let's look at the x cubes. I have a minus x cubed over 3 factorial and a plus x cubed over 2 factorial. So this is 6 down here. That's a 2 there. So let's see. That's going to be minus x cubed over 6 plus x cubed over 2. So that takes care of those two. We'll simplify that in a second. And then the next one, because x to the 4th cancels out, is x to the 5th. So I have a plus x to the 5th over 5 factorial, I believe, is 120. And then I have a minus x to the 5th over, that's 2 factorial is 2 times 6, so over 12. And any other 5th power ones? I don't see any. So these would be the first 5 terms. First 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could simplify this now. X plus x squared minus, so that's x cubed over 6 plus x cubed over 2. So that's 3x cubed over 6. Or 2x cubed over 6, which is x cubed over 3. That should be a plus, because that's a plus there. And then we have a minus, because this is smaller denominator. So this is like 10 times x to the 5th over 120 minus, and a plus of 1. So we get 9x to the 5th over 120. We could probably reduce that a little bit. So it's x plus x squared plus x cubed over 3 just double check my work. I might be wrong on that. That's 5 times, what is 5 factorial? 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. So this is 6 times 4 is 24 times 5 is 120, yeah. Was there another x to the 5th I missed in there? So this and that makes x to the 5th. This and that makes x to the 5th. And that's it. Because the answer I'm seeing says it's 1/30th x to the 5th, a minus 1/30th. I can make 3/40ths out of that. I'm missing how I got. So 3 factorial is 3 times 2, which is times 1, which is 6. 2 factorial is 2 times 1, which is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. That's why that's 12.